Okay, the question is nothing saved because you're searching online. Somehow you found this either on YouTube or you search on Google, or maybe it will share it to you somehow. But nothing saved. The retirement fear nobody admits. So I'm gonna go over some things so you can do your due diligence, just like Ronald Reagan said. Trust but verify, but do your own due diligence and do your research. Okay. So go if you go to Google, like I said, trust but verify, do your due diligence. Type in the following: nothing saved for retirement. And if you scroll down based on the time of this video, this is what people are searching for. This is what ideal people in their 50s and over are searching for. So I just want to give you an example and make sure as I go over this here, no obligation. This is where you get alerts, updates. Make sure you subscribe. I have a playlist. Me and my authority or someone that I interview in time. That way you get alerts to what type of information that relies to you, because I go by your personal things that's going on now, and I try to give value by giving you resources or pretty much give you tips or pretty much give you a done for you service. It depends what's available for you. But my overall now purpose of this video is to build a subscribers list and also to build my list here so I can start building and growing my retirement income, okay, by building value the way I want to do to add more to my retirement. So feel free, like I said, this is the site that I built before. Overlook Retired Frugal Donkey. If you know what that means, it's a mindset, okay? This is a mindset. So feel free. Once you understand it, as I say, for sure, get the T-shirt. There's a T-shirt at the discount at the time of the plan right here. Get the T-shirt, get the mugs or whatever, but join the community. But get on the newsletter where you get alerts here. No obligation. Just leave your name and email, okay? Okay, so here's, I want to make this pretty much so you can you can pause and replay at times. We go though, but I want to get you the flow and get your minds thinking and get your perspective. So who, what, and where. So I'm gonna go based on this in-depth type of video documentary or storytelling, or get your perspective, which leave your comments. I love to reply here and you guys share it here, but we're gonna go on the what. So here's the top question. I use my chat also, and you use Google. Use your tools. Chat is free. ChatGPT is free. But do your research. Same thing as Google research. Type in there. It's just like a library, but it has ongoing research where you can, like I said, trust but verify. So what is the average retirement savings? If you see below, these are keywords. These are the top keywords that people are searching for. What is the average retirement savings for 65-year-old? What is the average retirement savings by age? What is the average retirement savings in the U.S.? 50, 70, 65, 55 for Americans. U.S. by age. These are the top things that people are searching for. Follow me? So this is going to lead to where you have your source and tools. That's the purpose for you to leave your name and email. You have the download here, a link to get this free Excel form where you can always type this in. This is a calculator. So I'm just going down to the end version where I'm making it, I'm presenting it right here. So you can download these types. You get two types of calculators. It's free, no charge. You got two types of calculators that you can choose. I'll also show you that inside either these videos here, or I'll show you inside, once you leave your name and email, there's a community. There's a free community, private community that you can join. I go more in detail how you can put your numbers in this and decide where are you now. That's where you gauge your goal, your target. So that leads to the next question. Who, what, when, and where, and how. I just showed you how. Jump the gun, showed you how. Use the calculator, get your perspective. Trust but verify. Get a target. So what does the average retiree actually live on? And you see examples. These are questions people are searching for as we speak at the time, okay? Average monthly retirement income by state. What is good monthly retirement income for a couple? How much does the average retirement couple live on? I gave you the answer so you can do your due diligence. I gave you the calculators. Feel free to download that, as I said before. You're not the only one searching for this. But if you can get if I want to be of value, and like I said, everything displays itself in the community we have. We have a free community and we have a paid community for those who determine to get to their goal, to get out of this situation. There's two things that people go through during the day: pain or pleasure. I'm building up pleasure by providing value for you guys, where it eventually becomes as a residual, as I call it. It's not forceful. It's something I love to do. It's more passionate. I rather have and not. I rather have and not need than need and not have. Okay. So that's what I'm doing this for. I'm building up my retirement income. So this is the question they look for: who, what, where, and how. Okay. So that's the what question. What people are searching for. People are searching for what does the average retirement actually live on. This based on research. Here's the next question on the where, what, when, and how question. Where can you retire with almost nothing saved? These are the questions people ask you for. A place to retire for $1,000 a month. Cheapest places to retire in the world. They want to move out of the U.S. It's so the cost of living and inflation, all that stuff is they're adjusting. Most affordable places to retire near water. Okay, places to retire for $1,000 a month in the U.S. What are the 10 best places to retire in the United States? 10 best places to retire in the world. Where's the cheapest? Warm place to retire. Places to retire for $1,000 a month. Okay, so that answers the question: where do retirees move with low savings accounts? And these are places to retire for $1,000 a month. AARP, best places to retire. Most affordable places to retire near water. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going back to this $1,000 a month because that is so low. And that's a mindset factor. And that's the purpose of this here. It's not because cheap. It's because inflation. It's because you don't know how. We don't know how. Or it may be because you're lazy. You're not going through pain at that time either, and just want to rely on the government and Social Security, which you're taxed for. But that's another perspective. I got plenty of videos of that and history of that too, where you need to adjust, ladies and gentlemen, or you're going to get adjusted. Okay, follow me. So that was the what question. There was the what. Here's the where, and we're going to show you how. But before we get to that, let's get to the next question. Let's get to the next source that I have for you that you can type this in and follow that as well, okay? So what is the average retirement savings? Do your research. At the time of this playing, the overall average retirement savings for American households across all ages is approximately $333,940, while the median is $87,000, because average figures can be skewed by usually high or low balances, median savings, general offer, or more, etc., etc. So this is basically research. You can go to NerdWallet, you see before, but that's a purpose, as it said before, as I got you before. You can use the calculator, so that's free of charge. Nothing. Leave your name and email. Never want the email? Take your name. Don't subscribe. But this is where you can do your due diligence, okay? So that's the average. What is the average retirement savings? So $33,940 to $87,000. So here's another question: what does the average retiree actually live on? This gives you an example too to get your input. You may be more or less, but the average U.S. retiree household spends roughly $5,100 to $5,400 per month, about $61,000 to $65,000 annually. To cover these costs, the typical retired household brings in a median income of about $58,680 per year. Now, these may be high numbers compared to where you guys are located in the U.S. or watching this at the time of watching this, or it may be low numbers. Just depends. In California, compared to somewhere in the Mid-South or somewhere in Arkansas or whatever. It just varies. This is just a gauge, and this is just showing you average, and that's the purpose why I'm this here channel here in this playlist that I'm building as we go is to build value. That way in time you'll understand more in the free community where I got more in depth, where I talk about the how to, if you have the drive and discipline and you want. If you're tired of that pain, this shows you how. But what does the average retiree actually live on? This shows you the example here, okay? So here's the next question that I type in. Based on our method is more predictable, but this is where, if you do your research, Ronald Reagan, trust but verify, how do you retire with nothing saved? Retiring with no savings relies on maximizing your lifetime Social Security benefits, still relying on the government, qualifying for government assistance, and aggressively lowering your cost living. If you look at the community and go in depth, I'm going to show you how the government can be on your side, and it's more predictable income compared to living on the Social Security, whatever they call it, Medicare or Medicaid. I'm not familiar with that. I'm not in that. Thank God at this time, or hopefully never. I'm not in that type of thinking or that want or need. But this here is the question: how do you retire with nothing saved? Once again, we're going to go to the calculator at the end of this, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to make this here type of video and this playlist more in depth so you understand. So we got the how. So most of you guys that are watching this video, you're searching, how do you retire with nothing saved, okay? Because that leads to the overall question that brought you to the video, nothing saved for retirement. So here are the 4 things that you can type in that we're going to go over. Average savings by age, median savings, inflation reality, Social Security averages. So at the time of playing, type in the following average savings by age. Here's the according to the Federal Reserves. You can click there, and the time of playing, the year is 2026, and it's in May. Okay, so here's the average. Median in average bank account balances by age. Under 35, median is 5,400. Average balance is 20,540. So let's go for 50, because I'm in my 55s, 55 and above. The average median is $8,000. The average balance is 72,520. Okay. So the question here, what's the average savings by age? Okay, where averages can be heavily skewed by high earners, median balances, the exact midpoint, offer a much more realistic picture of the average American savings. Most of you guys, I'm just going to be blunt, pretty much are at the age of 55 is 0 to 54 your balance and your average, or 0 to 54 is the average. Am I right? Am I wrong? Just depends on the U.S. So this is really not accurate. No, I'm not what I receive from being a mortgage broker, from being an investor, from living life. So you're in the Texas area, okay? So it just varies, okay? So next one, let's go over median. So what is the median savings? The median American household has 8,000 in transaction accounts, checkings, savings, and money market, because national averages are heavily skewed by ultra high net worth individuals. We're not going by the high net worth. We're going by people who are living now that are going from paycheck to paycheck. But here's the median savings by age group. Under 35 is 5,400. Let's go to 55, 8,000. 75 and older. Note, these figures reflect readily available transaction cash. They exclude long-term retirement accounts such as 401ks and IRAs. So basically, this video is for those you don't have anything. You don't have IRAs, you don't have savings, you don't have anything. You just got your health and strength to get over. But I'm telling you, go here. Just get something that's in your head. Get educated. And whenever you have that need, it's a community. When you have the need and the want and the drive and desire, and you're ready to sponge, go to this community. Or reach out to me also in time. But another thing, you can set a schedule. But I advise you, get the t-shirt. Get the t-shirt also. Get the t-shirt. But hey, this is the median. You have to laugh sometimes about that. You got to keep going. Don't stress. Keep moving. Okay. So this is the average. Here's the average. Now let's go by inflation. And this is going to explain overall, as I said before, download this to calculator. I got videos for that too, and I'm telling you, it explains more. I'm going to explain that at the end of this video too, where, once again, if you guys subscribe, I got a playlist or whatever, you can always come back to this. You can save and like and share this. You can play this many times. I just want you guys to get your own perspective just watching this and share this for people alike. But the inflation reality is the phase. Truth inflation does not refer to a standard economic term, but rather to a concept describing the dilution, overexposure, or loss of objective truth. It describes a phenomenon where facts, values, and trust are treated like fiat currency. Back in the 70s, Nixon, a little bit of history, overprinted and distributed until their intrinsic value plummets. Don't want to confuse you with that, but that's what just do your due diligence. I'm giving you sources where you can watch this video, and these are sources, these are keywords you can type in and get your due diligence, okay? So there where it comes to where everyone's relying on, where you may not have this. If you're been self-employed, also been an entrepreneur, you may have little Social Security, but this is Social Security averages. Retirement workers is roughly $2,081 per month. Disabled workers approximately $1,500, and you're being taxed. That's another thing. So retiring early at age 62 permanently reduces your benefit, while waiting until age 70 maximizes it. Age 62, average payout is about $1,300 per month, $1,600 per month, $2,500 per month. But here's the thing. I'm about to go to the next thing right now. We're going to explain the calculator. These are always, I'm going to go on one more thing that's always searched online for. If I had $1 million, how would I live? The 4% rule, okay? So I'm going to give you an example of this. You can download this free calculator, okay? Just download the free RGU retirement calculator, get your bonus income calculator, where you get more in depth. That's why it's a little bit short. I don't want to go further. I don't want to go too deep with these types of videos, but I'm just going to give you an example of the calculator. Write your numbers. This is based on a 4%. If you had $1 million and live off 4%, that's what you can live off yearly. If you see here, starting balance, if you had $1 million, which none of you have that, but trust in the method. Go to the community, and I'll show you how. I'll show you how what's working and what's predictable, okay? When you have the worst credit, nothing at all, but as long as you got your health and strength and you can work together, team, talent, treasure. Remember that. Team, talent, treasure. If you don't have the treasure with your money, if your team work together, talent, y'all work together, boom. Don't worry about the treasure. That'll come together. Okay? But here's the example that your goal should be in the next few months, days, just depends on you. All results varies. I don't know. I'm just going to give you an example of how to gauge your goals from this calculator. This is the 1% rule. If you had $1 million, 4%, this is telling you growth is $4,800. But based on inflation, that's why I was giving you an example of those keywords to search for. Inflation goes up, right? Follow me? You can type this in. But this tells you when does money start draining. So it's not about, even if you had a million, the key word is cash flow, ladies and gentlemen. You want to predict cash flow for your living, but this shows you how to gauge. This is a retirement calculator. You can always change your numbers here. This shows you a starting balance, withdrawal, growth, and ending balance. I have more videos available here. I'm going to add either at the time of playing, either on the YouTube or they're in the free community. Most likely they're going to be in the free community. More videos added, okay? Just decided, or at the time when I delegate someone on my team that add like similar videos here in the YouTube channel as well. But I just want you to gauge on the first year where, even if you had $1 million, this shows you when your money is starting to go down. You're starting to lose your money. You were gaining. It shows it were gaining here. Normally in year 8, you see, 1,035,000. Based on inflation, it started to go down. You see how it's going down? Because this is a savings calculator. Here's the aha moment. Here's the where you be a part of the community. Now you gauge. This is a lending. I don't want to overwhelm you. This shows you how to get income coming in that's predictable. This calculator shows you how you type in your numbers as well on how you can gauge even on $1,000 a month to get to your goal or what you're trying to get to. Whether it was $1,000 a month, this shows you. Anyhow, I have a video for that, more in depth on that. I just want to answer those who are searching for this question here of nothing saved for retirement. So thanks again for watching. Feel free, as I said before, get the t-shirt. Join us with the t-shirt. Discounts are available. You can get the t-shirt, you can get the mugs, but this is a concept. This is a mindset. It says retired frugal donkey. Don't worry. This is just something. I have a story about that too. But this is not about being a cheap. You know what? This is about living beneath your means and having a plan on how to live in your current situation even better. I'd rather have and not need than need and not have. This shows you how. Okay. But if you don't have anything, these are the purpose of downloading that. Leave your name and email. You get the free calculators, and you also have a free how-to videos and the community as well. Okay, so thanks for watching. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and share and save and subscribe to this video. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.